Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a quick look here at Chainlink, seeing what's going on. We're really just going to help understand what this higher high, higher low pattern is looking like. We are ascending positively here with some simple moving averages, but more important, the ascending trend is looking very good, and it should effectively be our friend, right? That's kind of the concept. Until it isn't, we got to presume it's going to continue upward. So what we want to look at is a few key factors here just before we get started. I want to congratulate some amazing community members here for just some fantastic trades here. Take a look at this here. XLM from Kratos, Near, and 1inch. Nicely done there as well. We also had some really good trades ourselves too in our community. Here as well, we took some profits from Avalanche, 3 days, 111%. I would say that was our bigger trade here recently, but we took some profits at with Bell, 128 and 129% for two separate trades. VeChain, Crowcoin, the list goes on. So again, awesome stuff there. That doesn't even include the day trading bot that's scalping the crap out of Matic, Solana, AVAX, and Ethereum. So take a look here at this is basically a 7-day. We zoomed in a little bit to basically the last 3 or 4 trading days. You can see mass amount of liquidation about 1620 for Chainlink before. We've already covered that, of course. But looking at the current data here, we can kind of see there is a concentration of about $14 in the bottom here. And then, of course, up top, we're looking at about 17.5. So a lot of times these are support and resistance levels, not based on liquidation. I got to clarify that because some people think that those two things communicate together. It's just that most people do set their stop loss and or liquidation levels at those points, and it can concurrently run together. Okay. That being said, though, 17.5, let's mark that on the chart, and 14, just kind of give you perspective. 17.5 is right here. Big surprise, just above the most recent resistance. And then 14 is right down here. Okay, so we're closer to this upper level of liquidity, so there's a stronger chance that level will be swept, especially considering we're making higher highs, higher lows. We recently broke above this most recent high, even though we're down below it. There's a stronger chance we're going to see the price continue higher. Because again, we got a lot of volume support right in this range here. Okay, in fact, let's take a quick look at the volume support and kind of see where we're at. We have the most amount in the last, this is the last month's worth of trading at roughly the 1450 mark. Obviously, you zoom in a little bit further, you're going to be able to see the support here at about 1560. Okay, those are all positive contributing factors here in the sense the fact that being above a lot of support and volume allows you to understand you're on the right side of the tracks too. Okay, so those are all important things. So the daily time frame is still bullish. I covered this yesterday, the day before, and there's really hasn't been much change. Money flow index is coming down. You got to recognize that on the daily time frame. So we want to look at the smaller time frames to identify if it's shifting back up again, because there is a bit of a lag being a 24-hour time frame here. But we can see stochastic RSI is diverging a second time. It's also a bearish sign. And then, of course, RSI is kind of hanging out there, right there at about 60. Furthermore, we are potentially diverging on the MACD as well. So the truth here is that Link is looking strong, but also the macro is starting to tell us a different story. Okay, so smaller time frames are looking pretty decent with higher highs and higher lows. We're above the 20-day SMA, but we've got some little things in the back end that we want to pay attention to, and those are reasons for me not to want to consider a long position right now, just again based on the overall sentiment and the big picture. There's a stronger likelihood we could see the momentum shift downward because of that. Take a look at today's sequential, kind of all over the place here at this point. So let's look at the 4-hour and narrow it down here for us. Okay, so we are down to a 9 here on TD sequential, so hypothetically we could see an increase over the next 9 to 10 hours. Again, this coin does have a tendency of hitting 9s and then either consolidating or hitting 9s and retracing or going up, of course, because again, you see the 9 back here, price comes up, right? So it's pretty consistent in the sense of overextending itself, or sorry, not overextending itself, hitting that perfect 9, and then reversing itself or going sideways. So we can expect at this point with deductive reasoning, the price action is going to go sideways or it's going to go up. One of two things is potential. Hypothetically, the price goes sideways, cannot pass this level here, and then continues lower. That's scenario A. That would essentially put us at an ABC type of pattern. So if you're not familiar with that, you basically, A, B, C, basically a lower low, lower high, and then a lower low. Okay. Now again, that's under the impression we've already hit our higher highs and higher lows. Again, we have, so my speculation is an ABC pattern is inevitable just because we haven't fully retraced very hard yet with this coin. We're consistently establishing higher highs. So again, all this being said, I'm not trying to build a case of like how bearish this coin is. I'm just kind of pointing things out so you understand specifically that these are things we want to kind of watch out for, and those are reasons why I wouldn't want to take a long position right now. Again, that's just me personally. But I look at a lot of different things. Either way, there is some positive contributing stuff here. We got a stochastic swing to the upside here. We're bouncing tentatively off 50. However, money flow index is coming down. Okay, so to me, I would much rather wait for a long position when the RSI is kind of hanging out here and the money flow index is lower. Or we get a second we get a convergence and then a divergence here on the stochastic RSI. That's a consideration for me. I like to get the second swing for stochastic, not the first. Again, everyone has their own strategies, but that's something I pay attention to specifically on the 4-hour. So to me, even though this seems like, oh, it's bouncing and we're hitting our bottom, a lot of times you'll see stuff like this for stochastic RSI, and that's what we're looking for here. In other words, a couple of continuations where it goes up and down, because again, it starts getting a lot stronger as you continue to build that lower level. What I'm getting at here is this is not a fully bullish or bearish type of scenario. Okay, so again, we're kind of indecisive on not only the daily, but the 4-hour too. So again, good traders are going to find reasons not to take a trade. I think I've identified plenty myself, but it doesn't mean that you can't or shouldn't. It really just depends on your trading style. Let's take a look at Ichimoku Cloud and kind of confirm here. This is confirming more bearish activity as well, whereas we can see here that the lagging span and then price action, sorry, the lagging span and the no, I misspoke. Lagging span's over here. It's intersecting with the price action. That's signal number one to close your short position, right? Second signal is to consider the fact that the conversion line's above the baseline, so it's getting a little bit of momentum to the upside. Very last thing, of course, is the price being within the cloud. There's 0 out of 3 reasons to take a long position and only 1 out of 3 reasons to maybe consider leaving your short position open, okay? That is not enough information for me to want to take a trade confidently, okay? So again, that's kind of where we're at there. Let's talk just quickly to summarize here, because folks always want to know fib levels. I will post this on our playout chart through Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They always look a little something like this, where I kind of give you my anticipation of where the price is going to go next. But the long story short here is that the 0.5 is a very commonly retraced level, and 0.382 is the initial. So there is potential for the price action to come up here, get rejected, come down to this level, and then we might see a recalibration to the upside. Okay. I'm going to be more interested in seeing what's going to happen at 0.382 or 0.5, which is 1511 and or 1565. Okay. Those are some areas, of course, that we want to be mindful of. Outside of that, me personally, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I know it sounds crazy, but there's just too much conflicting information here, and that's just my personal opinion. So what are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Comment below, let us know. Like, subscribe, follow, greatly appreciate that. Make sure you check out the best exchange in the world. This is my personal opinion again, but I can tell you that hundreds of our members are coming over there and they're loving it. Yes, they have less trading pairs than BingX or MEXC Global. Obviously, that's the case. But they are extremely compliant and no KYC, no VPN. You get trailing stop losses, multiple profit targets. It's a fantastic exchange. So use my link down below, of course, to register if you want to interested in these healthy bonus rewards. I just highly recommend them. They're really awesome. Thank you again, Bitunix, for providing that option to our community. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you as well to you watching the video, and thank you as just for being an amazing part of my life. Some of you have been watching me for almost 3 years now. That's phenomenal. I cannot believe that. So thank you again so much for watching. We'll hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.